He can to support this league's club. Of course, the players, the past players, the footy club. Please make welcome to the stage, Sean Garlick, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, mate. I guess we want to start with last week. I've been telling people all that ring me on the radio this week, let's just put it behind us. But for 78 minutes, we won the game.
Oh, I had some Roosters supporters sitting in front of me. Some noted ones are Nick Politis and Mark McGuinness, the David Jones guys. They all got up and left with 3 minutes to go. They thought the game was over, as we all did, and they would have been feeling rather silly and embarrassed, as we were feeling gutted when that last try was scored, for sure.
Well, what did you think when they scored? Warira Hargraves scored the second last one, and they were only 4 points behind or 2 points behind. I said to the blokes, some of the footy club blokes, the way we've tackled tonight, they won't score again. But they did.
They did. I think it was 1 minute 10 seconds to go. There was a bit of controversy because you might have noticed the referee called time off because there was a bit of a scuffle, and then he didn't call. He awarded the try and didn't call time back on again until just before he kicked. So all that time of him lining up the kick and all that sort of thing was went in the Roosters' favour, and so it was just one of those things. It goes back to the last time I felt that bad was when Paul Stringer had the ball ripped out of his arms. That evoked those thoughts again. That's how heart-wrenching it was. But look, the result aside, I can understand when Michael Maguire says, "Oh, look, I was reasonably happy with the performance," and I suppose new coach, first game of the year, we were just outstanding in that second half, and the performances of blokes like Sam Burgess were just inspirational. To be without Nathan Merritt, to be without Isaac Luke particularly, who are our real strike weapons. No Nathan Merritt, he would have stopped that last try for sure. He's the one person in the team who has the speed to run down those breaks, and we really missed him. But we'll be right.
Yeah, well, you did bring up the positives. I was going to ask you about the positives, and there was a lot of positives to come out of that game. I hope it's not, we're going to get to the end of the season and say, bloody hell, that 2 points against the Roosters and we would have been third or fourth or whatever the case might be. But tonight, I mean, we're not going to get a harder task than to go down there and have to play this mob.
That's right, there is no harder task in the game. They're going to Melbourne, they have a phenomenal record down there in the home ground. I think it was, I don't know how long it was that they put those games together. I think they only just lost one last year that they put an end to that great run they had. But we were much more impressive than them, I thought, last week as a team. To be under strength like we were, but still, the Roosters, there should have been a much bigger score. And I think it's done us justice today, seeing how they performed today. The Roosters. That's one consolation we can take out of it already. Is that the Roosters got beat this week. I know we all enjoy that just as much as South's winning. But it is a hard task. We've got some of the great players in the game playing at Melbourne. But I think that loss last week might just be the inspiration that we need to make us focus that a little bit more tonight.
Carlo, just before you go, you probably answered this question 1,000 times in the off-season about, questions about Adam Reynolds and his ability to play halfback in the NRL. If you're giving him a score on last week's game, he's a local boy and we just have to support him. But what are your thoughts?
Oh, look, it's the toughest gig in the game. That halfback position is the cornerstone of every team. There's no successful teams out there without a dominant halfback. We've been without one for, Chrissy Sanday filled a void that we had there since Craig Coleman, I suppose. Darryl Trindle did well, but what happened with Chrissy Sanday was very disappointing in the end. But I must say, it really took him a while to come to where he did, and I can understand. At the start of last year, even there were some people, and I admit I wasn't convinced. He had a stellar season and really come into his own towards the end. But Adam Reynolds, he was, if I had to mark him, I'd say it was 7 out of 10 last week. To have a year off, to come back with after a knee reconstruction, have a year off football, to have never played first grade, it's a big ask. A new coach, relying on him to direct this team around the field of players he's never played with, apart from Pizzi. It was, he kicks the ball fantastic, which is, he strikes the ball better than any footballer I've seen for a while. When that ball gets kicked, it goes a long way. We saw some touch finders, kicking for touch off penalties. That was just great. That we weren't getting even last year. And I think we need to be patient. This boy could be everything we're after. I mean, I know there's talk in the paper about us being after Cooper Cronk, and even today about the Manly boy, Cherry Evans, but we might be being a little premature. I think we need to give this boy a bit of a chance, because what we saw last week, the way he combined with Johnny Sutton, one of his best games in a long time, John Sutton. So there's some very, very positive signs coming out of last week, and particularly out of Rangers.
Okay, Garlick, if you're still here at half time, we might grab you again.
No worries.
Good on you,
mate.
thank you very much.
Okay.
Sean Garlick for coming along. Garlo's Pies, of course. Garlo's Pies, the best pies you will